Welcome to PrepsNet Coach Speak with new Cullman Bearcats head football coach Trent Walker. Here's your host, Aubrey Johnson.
We're here with the new head football coach of the Cullman Bearcats, Trent Walker. Welcome in, Coach.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about your background and experience. What brought you to this moment?
Brought me to this moment. I'm from Cullman.
Oh, excellent.
So I've come full circle. I volunteered at Guntersville High School back in 2007 and started a journey in coaching that actually led me to Auburn University,
Nice.
where I was there for 3 years
Yeah.
in a support staff role on defensive side of the football. And then I was able to use that momentum. We won a national championship in 2010.
Right.
Back of Cam Newton, some pretty good
Oh, yeah.
defensive players too. And so
Kind of good back
it's time to not work for free anymore.
Yeah.
So I got a job at Virginia Military Institute working for Sparky Woods. I did that for 4 years, got engaged in December, and then as college football is, 3 days later, the whole staff got let go. So I told my fiance, I said, I still love you, someone will marry you. I don't have a job though. And so I started my path back to high school football, worked a year at Gaston City for Matt Scott, and then Coach Britton, my former high school head coach, called and said he had a teaching spot and a coaching spot, and asked if I wanted to come home. And I knew when I did that, I'd probably be here for a bit. I did that. But was fortunate 4 years ago to take my first head coaching job at Lawrence County,
up
in Moulton. Was treated so good by so many people there, and got to learn how to be a head coach. And then this opportunity presented itself, and I felt like it was time. We still lived here. I was commuting to Moulton, so it was time to come back home where my kids and wife are.
Have a local commute instead of a long one, right?
42 minutes for 8, a different deal.
Yes. You mentioned your spouse. Behind many successful coaches is a good spouse and family. Tell us about that.
I'm lucky. I've kicked my coverage, as this coaches say. My wife, Kristen, she actually worked in the middle school when I made that transition from college to high school. She's been at Cullman Middle School as an 8th grade English teacher, and she jumped right in first year. Again, I was commuting, driving to Gaston City, so she learned right away what a coach's wife looked like. And then we've been blessed to have 3 kids. We have a 7-year-old Brooks.
Nice.
We have a 3-year-old John Beckett, who he was a middle child before he knew he was. And then we have an 8-month-old daughter, Maggie Wren. So we're a family of 5, and she's been along every stop and just supported me. I couldn't do this again. And we just she was pregnant when I took the job in Moulton.
Wow. Yeah.
We had our 3rd child there. So Moulton is special to us. We had so many life memories, but to allow me to commute and to be a head coach away from home with young kids. I mean, she's a single parent.
Right.
3 or 4 months a year.
Makes it difficult.
Yeah, I couldn't have done it without her. So she supported me every step.
That's awesome. So give us a glimpse. Tell us a little bit about the mentors that have helped you along the way.
I mentioned 2007, I worked for Phil Eisen, who's the head coach,
Yes,
but really Lance Reese was the defensive coordinator there. He took me under his wing, and everybody wants to coach. They want to coach offense. The defensive coordinator didn't have much help.
Right.
So he had a lot of opportunities for me to kind of get under his wing and learn what he was doing defensively, and he really took ownership of me. And not only that year, but we stayed in touch. I joke that not a month goes by we don't text or call in some capacity. He allowed me he put me on his staff list to go to some Glazier clinics and Nike clinics, even though I wasn't coaching with him, just always invested. Of course, my head coach, Mark Britton, is a player, then to come back and work for him.
Yeah.
Oscar Glasscock, who's a head coach here. And then Brian Bowen and Brent Patterson are baseball coaches here.
Right.
They're some of the guys that identifies why I got into coaching.
Oh, fantastic.
Coach Chiswick, I was lucky to work for him.
Yep.
He's a very detailed defensive mind.
I bet you learned some things there.
I did. And Sparky Woods and Don Woods. Don Woods, had a lot of success here at Hartsville locally, but he got to work with his brother, and so I was on staff with them at VMI. So all these people along the way, it really poured into me. I told them the interview process, I'm a culmination of all my experiences and all my people who poured into me. So that's what I'm bringing to the table.
Good deal. Well, all those experiences with those mentors, I'm sure, have helped you kind of build your own philosophy as far as, how you build a football team and what that looks like. Give us a little bit of your coaching philosophy.
As I told the young people who started work, I believe in hard work. I just think, especially in the high school setting, working so hard for our young people and trying to ask them the same from them.
Right.
I believe in accountability and discipline. I would rather, they're going to hear from me the truth, even though that truth's not always fun, but also positive. Like you can tell the truth and still be positive about what you want to do. Toughness, I try to, represent toughness. Mine may not be physical anymore, but the way I approach the job for you, they're going to play for someone who's going to go to battle for them what they need equipment-wise or support or whatever it may be.
Sure.
And then a winning attitude. I just believe that, we get to choose our attitude. One of my things I had when I was assistant here before was, Coach, you having a good day? Always. That's a choice I get to make.
Yes,
I may have
absolutely.
circumstances that are going on in my life, but I get
Right.
to choose to have a great day. And
Right.
so we talk about those things. And then that's kind of those same things. I think the team takes the DNA of the coach. So I'm hoping if I live those out daily in front of them,
Right.
it'll become part of their personalities as well.
Okay, fantastic. So give us an idea. What can the Cullman community expect from a team of yours?
Yeah, we're going to establish around 5 pillars, and I got these from Coach Woods at VMI.
Right.
Faith, whether that be religious faith or just a purpose. We want to
Right.
inspire purpose-driven young men to get up every day to attack.
Absolutely.
Future, our 5 Fs. Number 2 is future. They have to be self-determinable to what they want to accomplish,
Right.
both on the field but also in life. No one can take that from them,
Right.
only themselves. And then family, we want to create a family environment where we want to be an extension of the home, but for those young men that may not have a home that needs to be extended, we also want to be a football family to wrap our arms around them. And then football, that we're a football program, like we're a football team. We got to like the football. We got to like that part. So how do we develop, into better football players? And we believe if we do all those things, inspire young men who are worried about taking care of the future and surrounded by a family that also play good football, we'll have a lot of fun on Friday night. So
Right.
the 5th F is fun. But in terms of our on the field, we want to be known as a ready, a relentless and resilient team. Like we want our guys to look prepared, to be prepared. We want to play relentless through the whole game.
Right.
That's kind of been a Cullman trademark for a long time. And then resilient. There's going to be storms. I tell the guys, there's not a football game I've coached where there wasn't some type of adversity or storm.
No.
And for them, that mirrors what we want to do beyond the game, in terms of the storms of life. They're coming, men. They're coming. So being resilient in the face of those is the 3 things we want to kind of focus on.
Good deal. So what kind of culture do you want to create here?
I just said the Cullman, when I got in this process, so people I had not thought about in years started popping back in my head. People that I watched when I was a little kid on the hill, watching these, these guys look like, giants of life and football, football giants in my life. Like, there's just a commonality between the community's brotherhood of Cullman football.
Right.
And so I feel like I'm here at an opportunity to help kind of reunite previous generations of Cullman Bearcats.
Kind of a brotherhood.
Yeah, that's the word we've used a lot here in the last few weeks. So reuniting, but also reigniting.
Okay.
Kind of the passion. I've had a lot of folks that are excited about coming back out to games. With someone who's from here at the helm, they're kind of excited about coming back and pouring back into the program. So
right.
We want to be a team that when we finish competing, whether we win or lose, our folks are proud to wear black and gold, just like us.
Fantastic. So, Coach, that's our show. We certainly appreciate your time. We look forward to seeing what you do here, not only in terms of wins, but also in the lives of these young men. So thank you for your time. Best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
And also, we appreciate you watching. Be sure to check us out at PrepsNet.com for all of your high school sports news and information. So long.